Super 8 in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, across the street from the Empire Mall. And we're going to be taking a room tour of room 102. Key out of my pocket. As you come in, there's a bit of a weird smell in this room. It smells like cleaner and I'm not sure what. It smells like it's trying to cover something up, but I'm not sure what that something is. And when you look at the door here, you got the floor map. You got the details. You got a deadbolt. You got a latch. You got a deadbolt. Solid in the security department we are. Now, as you come into this room, you notice this interesting narrow hallway right here, which probably has everything to do with the stairway is right here. And so they had to kind of squeeze this room just so it's almost as if not to waste space. So it almost seems as though the position of this room is the afterthought. As you saw, it's on the very end on the first floor. And when you come into here, you'll notice this room seems fairly small, which kind of stood out to me at first, but we'll get into a deeper dive here in a bit. Actually, right now, because here's the bathroom. Got a sink. It's very low. It's not like this room was designed to be handicap accessible because the bathtub is not, but this looks like a room that could be handicap accessible if need be. Looking at some of the details here. Ooh, there's a little... I don't know what that is there. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Trash bin. Got a hairdryer. Does not look the cleanest in the world. Maybe that's impossible. Maybe that's just really hard to clean and not really worth the trouble, but I'm not entirely certain about that. The sink looks... Oop. Looks like they missed some things here, but some little specks of something. I don't know what it is. Some of it's sticking, so... Cleanliness is... Yeah, this isn't the cleanest. But I've seen worse. Sink is... I don't know what these black specks are, but they keep showing up over here. Water pressure test. It's not really necessary on the sink because I'm tired and I can't think straight. Do a hotel tour. I'm doing a hot water test here. Being on the first floor, we should get hot water fairly quickly. It's warm, but it's not quite hot yet. We got a mirror, lights, here's the towels. I'm gonna wait for that to get hot. Yeah, now we're starting to get hot water. Kind of mixed. Here's the towels. The towels look nice and clean like they should be. This one does anyway. These towels are different. This one feels thicker than this one. We got some hand towels, washcloth. Yes, now we got hot water. Here's a toilet. Toilet is spotless, except for when I had to use it, so I'm not gonna look too deeply into that. But otherwise, the toilet was clean when I found it. Here's the shower. Interesting how they tucked the curtain in there. I guess that's to show that it's been... I'm going to move it aside right here so we can do some... Actually, you know what? I should put it on the opposite side, just for my preference. Get these guys out of the way. Give you some shampoo, bar of soap, and some conditioner. Put that here. The bathtub has clearly seen some better days. because that is just water damage from leaking for a long time. So this faucet probably used to be leaking at one point for quite a long time, and then it looks like they replaced it because these fixtures look fairly new. But that suggests that the bathtub is older. Here's a shower head, which is okay, not terrible. But looking up here, nothing to complain about. The rest of the tub is otherwise not too bad. Oop. Never mind. There is a little hair in there. It's probably not the worst place to have hair like that, because that could easily be washed out. Get some hot water going here. Pressure test time. Yes, nice solid pressure like it should be. And it's already hot. So I can definitely say that I will be using the shower tonight because it passes. Now, here's an interesting thing. Because of the layout of the room and the fact this is supposed to sort of be handicap accessible for like maybe somebody with a cane, or they probably have some way of accommodating the person with a wheelchair for this bathtub that I don't know about. I don't think this is specifically designated as a handicap accessible room though. But what I'm trying to point out here is that the toilet paper is across from the toilet, which I have never seen that before. Looking behind the toilet, because this is usually a good sign for cleanliness. I don't see really anything out of the ordinary. Bathroom's pretty clean. Sink is not the greatest. But overall, oh, yes, here we have a fan. I noticed that some of the choice hotels that I've been in will not have this, but just expect it to dehumidify itself or have some vents that doesn't even have a fan in it, and that gets really annoying because that makes the walls peel and shortens their life. So I'm not generally a fan of there being no fan in here. And this one has a fan, so that's excellent. Got another mirror. And as we come out into the room, you'll notice that there really isn't much light. There's just that one light in the corner for some reason when it really should be in the center of the room. And then this light is nice and centered in this narrow hallway here. Here's the desk. I only set my backpack on the chair because I've already checked it and it's clean. Off camera. The desk feels like it's been cleaned well. As you can see here, just by looking through the reflection. You got over here, you got some coffee maker, which appears to be decently clean. Got some coffee cups, all wrapped. No, that's just a chip. But otherwise, and that's just chips and scratches. But otherwise, this is decently clean. Ooh, yep, same situation as the sink. Got a little bit of residue in there that didn't quite get cleaned up properly. Here's the remote, which, somebody has left the hair was left on the remote, and that's kind of a negative for me. Got the channel listing. I don't really watch TV much, so I suppose it's not something that affects me all that much, even though I kind of just said it was a negative, but I know some people would find that concerning, so, and then, yeah, right. That's a hair. So that's a minus. Looking at some of the condition of this dresser here, this is all nice and clean. Here's another light. So we could add a little more light, but this corner is very lit up. Yeah, this has seen better days. It looked like it was refinished at some point with molding here. Got some drawers. Directory. Drawers look fairly clean. Ice bucket and water glasses. Ice bucket is clean. Tray is clean. I'm not sure why they put it down here. That's kind of weird. Okay. Microwave. I don't know if this... Yeah, it's a push. Is this a... How does this... How do you open this? Oh. There's no light in there. So I'm going to pull the dish out here. And the dish looks like it's a pass. And I can see in there a lot better than the camera can, and it's clean. Things are always a pain in the butt to get back in this spot. That'll have to be good enough. That is the correct time. We got a luggage rack here, which I probably could be using this instead of the chair, but I probably will move my backpack there eventually when I sit down. Basic P-TAC unit. Looks like it's controlled from here. Pretty straightforward. It was on 68 heat, so I'm just going to leave it that way. It was on 66 heat anyway, but I'm going to leave it. We got a chair here inside of... Nope, that's just fabric string. No big deal. Chair looks fairly clean, and uh-oh, somebody left some earbuds in here. Well, but those are not mine, so I'm not going to touch them. Got a safe. And it's a similar safe to what I found in a different place. Now it's locked. Safe is pretty straightforward. Got instructions for it. Here's the nightstand. Oh, here's the light on this side of the room. Here's the phone, which... That's not a hair, that's a scratch. But the phone is nice and clean, like it should be. Here's the time. We got a Bible. Area in here's fairly clean. Just got some... That's just oh. Yes, that's just dust. Okay. The general floor looks pretty well taken care of. No real complaints. Little spill right there, but that looks like it's been there for a long time and it won't come out anytime soon, if at all. Alright. It's time for the bed. Thank you for your stay with us. Not sure exactly how that's... Is that K-A-S-T-I or is that K-A? That has to be an S. Casty K. Okay. Pause if you want to read. Alright, let's get to the bed. So now, just looking at this top here. Top, they generally tend to make this pretty well presentable, so we're not going to look too deeply onto the top here. But digging underneath, whoa! That came off in a hurry. Top's nice and clean, but what's under here is what really matters. The bed. Yeah, that looks like it's a... Not sure what that was, but it came off, and it's... Doesn't seem to be anything of concern. Just looking carefully at the bed here, I don't see any visible hairs, so this is looking really good right now. Here's a pillow. Oh, and we found a hair. Someone had long hair who stayed in here last. This pillow's a little... Looks like it's been stained over time. This one looks like it's in better shape. Here's the other side. Yeah, both outside of that one hair, finding that one hair there. Oh, found a second one. Nope. Found an eyelash. Well, still got a little of a hair issue here. But other than that, is that a hair? That's 4 hairs. Or 3 hairs and 1 eyelash, depending on how you look at it. It doesn't seem to... Hairs are of concern, but they're not like something that's going to detract from the quality of the bed. It's just kind of like, okay, it's understandable that I miss one every now and then. Oh dear, now we're starting to get hair. 5. Six. Oop. Okay, this is getting to be concerning now. With the hairs. Okay. I'll pick on the other side in a little bit. But first, we come underneath here, we find hair number 7 and... Nope, just number 7, that's 1. And the mattress is zipped. But we can't even get to the top of that, so I'm just gonna leave it. Doesn't look like there's any signs of bed bug flecking or anything like that. And let's check to see what's underneath the bed. Just a solid. Nothing underneath. Okay, so outside of finding all of these hairs, which I'm going to leave for you, whoever that is, I'm not certain entirely what I'd rate this room. It's kind of all over the place, because most of the room is really good, the bathroom is really good, then it started disappointing me when we got to the bed. So considering that the bed is really what counts for most of it, I'm probably going to have to give this room 3.5 stars out of 5. Just simply because the hair in the bed was of concern, and that downgraded it a whole star, and some of the stuff on the sink downgraded it by a 1/2 star. The bed's clean, it's not terrible, but they really need to lint roll the beds as they're making them. But anyway, I'm gonna have to clean this little mess up here. But anyway, without further ado, oh, one more thing I should probably show you here, and that is the window. Does it open? As you can tell, we're right at ground level. And the window, looks like it should open. Ooh, it's just hard. There's 2 of them. Okay, the window does open. So you could get fresh air at night if you wanted to. So that's really nice, but... And the other side does not open. Interesting how they put like 2 or 3 pieces of glass in between, though. Well, without further ado, that is it for the room. Curtains are clean. No signs of holes or anything in them, or tears. These drapes look like they're in very good shape. I think I forgot to show you back here that there is an ironing board. You got a bag and some hangers to hang your stuff if you plan to stay a long time. But I'm still going to stand behind my rating of 3.5 stars out of a possible 5. For the bed having a lot of hair in it, and for the sink being could be a little better. So, without further ado, I'm going to get over here to end the video. This is getting to be a 20-minute review, so I'm going to say thanks for watching, and that is all.